Well, I think it's one of the real tragic events in architecture, and I mean the destruction of the Larkin Building. Well, what can you really say about it besides an example of ridiculousness? Obviously, if we would have been able to still have this significant piece of architecture, walk around in it, live in it, experience the way the structure and the materials work upon behavior, because that's basically what this whole intention of Frank Lloyd Wright was. You know, it's organizations, offices slowly emerging, and he's thinking this whole concept through and coming up with this amazing concept of how work should be laid out in a structure, and how the structure basically holds it all together. Let's call it that way. And then this idea of destroying such a piece of work, it's just idiotic and very sad. And it's obviously now we have to live with images, with memories. Our imagination has to work without perception, without being able to perceive the way it works, and especially what's very important, I think it's the way it moves you, not only in a sensual way, but also in which it makes you move through the structure, through the building, and it is comparable obviously to the movement through the Unity Temple. The way it makes you, it's like sort of a disorientation, which he further conceptualized to the extreme, probably in the Guggenheim, and there's a long period between that, more than 50 years, and in between obviously the Johnson wax. But in the Johnson wax you see a different kind of movement through the building. It's even more fluid. But the Larkin Building is something else, and it's like the destruction of that. And I don't have to go into obviously to the tragedy concerning Midway Gardens or Imperial Hotel. Those are like the tragic losses of architecture, and hopefully somewhere someone will learn from that and see that it gets maintained and cherished, and it remains open. And I sense last year's a big difference in this revaluation of Frank Lloyd Wright's work, and that's a good sign. That gives these buildings some strength. People start to cherish it, and that's the way it should be. But obviously, yeah, this destruction kind of thing, it's all in there, you know, like this human power of being able to build, and then having the same power to tear it down, which I don't know, which in some cases, especially Larkin being the best example, we should be very careful. Yeah, that's something which is lost, and maybe somewhere someone has this big bag of money and will try to bring it all back. For if that's possible, nobody knows, but hey, let's give it a shot.